and me together, we could be anything, anything.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Scruffy Tam Airlines. This is Scruffy Tam, Lord of Socks, your pilot for this and several other flights as we tour the United States from East Coast to West Coast and back. I hope you enjoy these Twitch live streams that were recorded live and with my community. And I hope that you will come visit me live on twitch.tv.scruffytam sometime soon. So once again, I hope you enjoy this series. I hope you are enjoying and have enjoyed this series of flights as we tour the United States, take some time and sightsee in some of the bigger cities. And I hope to see you soon. Take care of yourselves and safe flying. There we go. This should be much better. I really do appreciate your patience. Dr. Jack, Banana, and Pans, thank y'all for your patience as I went and ran and redid the cable that I had changed. But yeah, things are much better now. I have 0 dropped frames on anything, so, and my internet speed's much better now as well. So I do have a 1 gigabyte connection. Upload speed and download speed is what it should be. But when I checked, while stream was still going, I only had 200 megabytes down. No, yeah, down, and then like 6 or 7 up. So it's much better now, and I have 0 dropped frames, so that's a good thing. So things should be back to normal now. Thank you for your patience, and I appreciate you coming back. I know a lot of times that's a good way to lose viewers, is to just end stream suddenly, but I did what I had to do. So thank you for sticking around. I appreciate that, Spyro. All right. Oh, let me go ahead and get this airport plugged in here. KENV Wendover. Wendover, Utah. We're going to start in Wendover, Utah, and then we're going to fly to Meeker, Colorado. I have no idea where Meeker, Colorado is. So that's where we're going to go. I'm going to go ahead and select select our area here that we're going to be taking off from. And actually, I think I'll just take off from the runway. This airport, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and switch to the game. This airport, it looks like it's I don't know. It kind of looks weird. Like there's no real taxiway. Looks like they're redoing it or something. You know what? I think I will just go ahead and start at one of the ramps, and we'll see what happens. All right, so we're going to set it as the departure. We'll be flying the Beechcraft G36 this evening on a 284 nautical mile trip. So this is going to be one of the longest trips that I've taken. And it actually will be the longest trip I've taken in this aircraft so far. So I need to make sure that I'm fully filled up. Golden Sunshine, thank you so much for the host. I appreciate that, Golden Sunshine. How are you today? Welcome to the stream. Wow, man, I appreciate that host. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. It's evening for me anyways. I say good evening, but it's evening for me over here in the eastern side of the United States. That host is very appreciated. I am really enjoying this aircraft. The the Beechcraft Bonanza G36. It took me a while to get used to it, to get familiar with it, but I'm really enjoying it. This will only be the second time that I've done the checklist where I've sat parked, and I actually had to do the checklist of starting it up. But I do have my checklist, and we'll be walking through it, then taxiing to the runway, then heading to Colorado. Let's go ahead and get this thing going. All right, I'm gonna I guess I'll leave the music on because it's really quiet until I get things fired up. So first things first, by the way, I hope everyone had a wonderful day. I really had a great day. I put a winch on the front of my Jeep and just basically had a good rest of my day at work. All right, so engine start checklist. First of all, we need to make sure the parking brake is set. It should be. No, the parking brake was off. Oh, your game's finally installed? What game was it, Spyro? I can't remember. I know you said, but I can't remember what game you said it was. But I'm glad it finally installed. Battery 1 and 2 on. Let's find battery 1 and battery 2. All right, battery 1 on, battery 2 on. Alternator 1 and 2. Here's alternator 1, alternator 2 on. Far Cry 6. Cool. Well, enjoy the game. Enjoy the game. I appreciate you being here. And I hope you'll continue to lurk. If not, that's perfectly cool, of course. All right, let's go ahead and get full of fuel. Go ahead and fill both tanks all the way up. So now we're full of fuel. Both of our tanks are full, so it really doesn't matter which tank I select. But here's my selection. My fuel select lever is right here, and I think I just turned it off accidentally. There we go. All right, so I've selected one of them. Oh, cool. I honestly can't say I've ever heard. I think I've heard of it, but I don't know exactly what it is. So cowl flaps are open. All right, cowl flaps open. Propeller full forward. Okay, so I'm going to move my prop full forward. Mixture full rich. Throttle full open. There we go. Auxiliary fuel pump on. All right, where's the auxiliary fuel pump? All right, auxiliary fuel pump, throttle, and then go ahead and turn this to start. And we can turn this off. May need of both. Avionics on. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn my pitot heat on. So I've got it on. All right, before taxi checklist, flight controls. We need to check our flight controls. So let's, we'll go to external view. All right, so here's our plane. Let's check our, shoot. Oh, ailerons. They are working left and right. Flaps. Yes. Good with flaps. How about rudder? Rudder working. And elevator. You know, I don't know. Oh, that was crazy of me. Hang on a minute. What am I doing? There, then the elevator. There we go. All right, so everything appears to be working properly. Let's go back to the cockpit view. So everything's working properly. All right, navigation lights on. Navigation on. Taxi lights. Where are my taxi lights? I don't see the taxi lights. Altimeter, QNH set, parking brake release. All right. So we're gonna go ahead. Release the parking brake. Parking brake off. We are rolling. I'm gonna set the brakes really quick. We need to look and see which direction to go to head to the runway. I'm gonna head to the right. Let's go ahead and start our roll here.
Boom, headshot! Boom, headshot! Boom, headshot!
Pans, what is going on? Welcome back. I appreciate you coming back. Sorry about having to end things so suddenly a little while ago. But I'm glad you came back. Thank you. Thank you for that. All right, let's see which runway are they going to let me depart out of? They're going to let me depart. Oh, let's see here. Depart north, depart south. You're bored watching the printer. I can totally understand that, fans. I can totally understand that. All right, I actually need to circle around. So I need to make a turn right here. And I think I will just depart straight out, and I'll announce that once I get on the runway, of course.
Kilo Echo November Victor traffic, generic November 106 uniform Victor is clear of the runway. Kilo Echo November Victor traffic, generic November 106
All right, here we go. We are
clear of the runway.
straight heading towards the runway. Trying to get rid of my comm here where I can actually see. There we go. All right, we'll keep on heading straight now. And then up here in just a minute, we'll make a bank to the left, and that'll put us right on the runway. Very soon we'll be taking off. You know, though, Pans, I think when you first got your printer, I'm sure that you really watched it a lot, though, right? Because I think if I had one, I would be so amazed by it that I would just, you know, be, that I would be just like glued to it, almost hypnotized by how awesome it is. That's kind of the way I would be if I had it. All right, I'm gonna keep on. I didn't mean to do that. Y'all, I am such a noob when it comes to taxiing because usually I start right on the runway. This is really the first time that I've actually followed the taxi lines. All right, so I'm gonna stop right here. Make sure there's no air traffic. No, I do see a plane, but they're taxiing off too. Okay, here we go. It's a kit, so it's not like a really expensive one. But man, let me tell you though, that helmet, super impressive, friend. I mean, you did an amazing job. Expensive or not, that was pretty awesome looking. All right, here we come up on the runway. Not the best centering job there. Not the best way to enter the runway, but hey, I'm on it. All right, let me check my before takeoff holding point checklist. Landing lights. Let's see here. Our landing lights need to be on. Oh, I did not mean to change the pitch trim. That is not what I wanted to do. All right, landing lights on. Taxi lights off, which I never did find the taxi. Oh, there they are. Good Lord. How did I miss that? Taxi light, strobe lights on. I know I saw the strobe somewhere. Strobe lights on. Pitot heat. We've already got it on. Fuel pump off. Cowl flaps as required. Trim set. Full forward. Mixture full rich. Flaps. All right, so we should be ready to take off. Everything's done. Hey, Vera, how is it going, friend? Good to see you. Let me give Vera a shout out. Y'all be sure to check out Art Hunter Vera. She is the one who's done all my art on this channel.
Oh, no.
Here's a short clip.
Same way that you got there. No, you should steal this forever.
Oh, that's right, Vera. I forgot about that. Yeah, so I forgot I pulled those back out for follower emotes. So yeah, Vera has done all of my emotes except for the follower emotes, and those were done by Firefang. You know, I really need to give you guys a shout out command for that. So thank you, Vera. Thank you for clarifying that. I appreciate that. But anyways, go follow Vera. Vera's an amazing player, amazing streamer. Yeah, that was kind of embarrassing, but it's okay, I guess. Both of the artists are amazing people. All right, here we go. Kind of going crooked down the runway. That is not good. And I forgot to announce that I was taking off. That'll be okay too. And we have takeoff. We're off the ground, people. You're a player. Yes, you are a player. Did I say you were a player? I meant you're a streamer. Oh, good Lord. Wait a minute. My landing gear was up. How did I take off if my landing gear was up, y'all? How did that even happen? Oh my gosh, Vera, I am so sorry.
Salt Lake Center Beechcraft November 9er 2 Sierra Tango is type Beechcraft to be 36.1 miles southeast of Kilo Echo November Victor 4.
That was quite a fail, wasn't it?
Request flight following.
Beechcraft November 9er 2 Sierra Tango Salt Lake Center.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and do some.
Squawk 2233 Beechcraft.
There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and let the plane fly itself. I'm gonna go into autopilot so that way we can kind of view some sights and stuff. Well, we're going. I am so sorry about that, Vera.
Roger, Beechcraft 2 Sierra Tango.
Check out Vera. She is quite the player. Just kidding. Vera's an awesome streamer. Yes, you can do this in VR as well, Vera. Yes, you can. If I had the capabilities of VR, I would most definitely do that. Because this would be an amazing experience in VR. Oh shoot. My plane is doing some weird crap again. I hate it when it does this. Okay, here we go. Why is it being so unresponsive? I checked all this stuff before we took off and it was fine. Okay, here we go. Let's okay, so autopilot was on, so I was kind of fighting against autopilot basically is what was happening. Yeah, but it was my mistake. Autopilot was on and I didn't realize it, so I was trying to fight against what the aircraft was wanting to do, which I had turned it on. I mean, that was totally I knew that I had turned autopilot on, but I didn't know that it was actually on. Stupid mistake on my part, right? You got a lurk, no problem at all, Vera. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. It's good to see you. All right, let's set our heading. Heading is going to be 86 is what I want my heading to be. Oh, good Lord, I'm doing circles. Did I turn autopilot back on by accident? There. Now, that will let the plane do its own thing. Let's see if it's going to do what I want it to this time. And then I'll make adjustments as needed. For this flight, we are going to have to be pretty high in altitude because we're going to be flying over some mountain ranges on our way from Utah over to Colorado. Bring the engine RPM back a little bit. There we go. Adjust this. And I want to be at a heading of 86, so we're good there. I'm going to turn my heading hold on so that I'll hold at 86. I'm getting a beeping. Why am I getting a beeping? Oh, I see why. Okay. So I need to adjust. Vertical speed on. I need to adjust it. There. Okay, so what was happening was my vertical speed, I was going up so fast that the plane was about to stall, meaning I was going to lose the lift, the wind lift. And then would basically, once you lose wind lift, you crash. For years, I used to think that whenever you stalled an aircraft, it meant that the engine actually stalled, but no, that's not the case. It actually means you lose the wind lift, and the plane can no longer fly because the wind is no longer lifting you up. By the way, I hope everyone likes my new background. This is actually the interior of this aircraft that I'm flying right now. I wish that the background was in real time. That would be pretty cool, but I still think it looks more realistic. It actually looks like I'm flying the plane this time. All right, see, my engine RPM is still a little high, so I'm going to bump that down a little bit. Let's take a look at things. So we are climbing. I need to be at, yeah, we're climbing at a pretty good pace. I'm going to go ahead and let it climb a little bit faster. Make sure our airspeed doesn't get too low though. There we go. I want to bring this airspeed up a little bit. We were getting close to stall. In the red here is stall speed, and that's where you lose lift. So I want to see my airspeed picking up a little bit, but I most especially want to see my vertical. I want to see me gaining altitude for now. The highest mountain, the highest altitude mountain that we'll see is 13,300. Hey, Dakey Decimus, how are you? Good evening to you as well. You see what? Yes, how are you this evening? Good to see you. Welcome to the channel. Socks, yes, you see socks. Dude, I'm so sorry. Yes, I couldn't tell. They looked like pants from where I was at. Yeah, so I do. I have sock emotes All my emotes, for the most part, now my follower emotes are actually of my dog, but all my other emotes are socks. I also have follower emotes, and sub emotes are also socks. So in real life, I always wear crazy mismatched socks, and I actually have a sock cam as well. But how are you? Are you a flight simmer? Welcome once again to what I call the sock drawer. I hope you're well. Tell me a little bit about yourself. If you are a flight simmer, in real life, you're always giving all socks. Your speeding tickets reflect that. Ah, that's funny. I totally get that. I totally understand. So I've got a command, !socks, and anytime a viewer types in that command, !socks, I will turn on my sock cam. Show us those socks. Yes, my socks of the day, and I'm sorry, my right sock, I need to pull it up a little bit so you're seeing some leg. My right sock is a red, black, and white, like a checkerboard pattern sock. And then on my left foot, over this foot, I've got my the 4th of July of all things. It's cold outside, but I've got my 4th of July socks that actually have like American flag shirts and then fireworks exploding on them. And those, my friends, are my socks of the day. Thank you, Pans, for doing that. And these are the socks I have worn all day. Even if I'm wearing shorts, I still wear socks, and they never match. You're a flight sim enthusiast. Heck yeah. Oh, nice, Dakey. That's, am I saying your name correctly? Is it Dakey or Dikey? I want to make sure I'm saying your name properly. Drop the bass.
Golden Sunshine Gaming, dropping the bass. Thank you
so much for dropping that bass, Golden Sunshine Gaming. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thank you for sticking with me while I was dealing with my internet issues, but I've got those resolved now. Shouldn't be any more issues. Beige ones and they match. What? Nothing wrong with matching socks, but I love my crazy mismatched socks. So Dakey, there is a good streamer friend of mine who's also from Germany, and he's a flight sim enthusiast as well. It's Tomos World. So if you don't follow Tomos, if you type in !MSFS Microsoft Flight Sim, so !MSFS, it'll give you a link to 4 flight simmers that I watch the most, and Tomos is one of those. So you can follow Tomos if you'd like to. I mean, you don't have to, but Tomos is an awesome flight simmer, and he is also from Germany. All right, I'm gonna go to the external cam. Let's have a look around outside. So currently, if you've ever heard of the Salt Flats, the Bonneville Salt Flats, this is what we are approaching right now, is what's called the Bonneville Salt Flats. This is in Utah, and it's a place where a lot of people go with their experimental vehicles, and they try to hit land speed records and stuff. And that is what we're looking at right there to our left. Yes, right near Salt Lake City. You're exactly right. In fact, Salt Lake is right in this area. You'll be seeing it shortly. I think it's in this area, and Salt Lake is on the other side of that lake. I've only been flight simming for right at 2 months now, and I thoroughly enjoy it. I was what you call a variety streamer. you would see me streaming Animal Crossing, which I do plan to stream sometime soon with a new update, but I would stream Animal Crossing and all sorts of other games. But once I got Flight Sim, like, I am totally addicted. I really, really, really enjoy Flight Sim. Got the Mario Death. You fly the DC-6 from PMDG most of the time. You're flying a world record tour that's happening in real life at the moment. Oh, wow. Awesome, Dakey. I didn't realize you're a streamer too. So yeah, once I started streaming this, I decided I would do a coast to coast United States tour. So I started out right near where I live in South Carolina on the eastern seaboard of, not the eastern seaboard, but on the eastern side of the United States, and flying to the west coast and then back to the east coast. So we're currently flying back to the east coast. Oh, you're a mute. Your streams are rather calm and quiet. That's pretty awesome. I actually have another viewer who is also a mute, who is currently in here. They may be AFK right now, but they were just in here a few minutes ago. So one of the reasons I call my channel the sock drawer is, you know, if you think about most people's sock drawers, it's a bunch of different color socks, different shapes, different sizes of socks, all thrown in the same drawer. That's kind of like my channel. We all have different beliefs. We're different shapes, different sizes, different colors. But you know, we're all humans, so we have something in common, and I want my channel to be a nice, safe place for anyone to come in and feel welcome. And so that's why I call it the sock drawer. But yeah, Dakey, I will definitely give you a follow. We go ahead and take care of that right now. There we go. I just gave you a follow too. So yeah, I'll be looking for you next time you stream. I'm all about helping fellow streamers. Yeah, it has been a nice trip, Dakey. So on the way, oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. I know it's, oh, thank you. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I know how important it is when you're a new streamer trying to get to that 50 follower mark. Hey, Kim, you like my background? Thank you. Thank you. You know, I thought about the last stream I did, Kim. All I did was spin around like this and did a screenshot. I had spent, I don't know how long, looking online for a background that I could use. And I said, what the heck? This is the aircraft I fly. So I'll just spin around and do a screenshot, and there it is. Thank you. So now it looks like I'm flying the aircraft that I'm flying. How are you doing, Kim? How was your stream? I wasn't able to spend a lot of time in it because I was at work, and I was pretty busy. And then by the time I was able to go into my office, it was time to go. Furu, what is going on, Furu? So Kung Fu Kangaroo is another flight simmer. He's one of the main ones that's responsible for getting me addicted to this. Be sure, if you are a flight sim lover, that you check out the Kung Fu Kangaroo. Zelda was good. You're having a lot of fun with it. It's an amazing game, and you can spend so much time on it. It's all Furu's fault. Yes, that's what I tell the wife. But that's an amazing game. Breath of the Wild is just out of this world. Furu, I met another flight simmer today, and I spent some time in their channel and met some other really cool people today as well. All right, let's see here. I want to get to about 13.5. I've still got a little ways to go.
Report them in sight.
It's all Furu's fault.
United 1888 traffic is 1 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 380 generic. Report them in sight.
We're still climbing. Once I get to my cruising altitude, then I'll go ahead and,
3 miles
of
at
course,
flight level
I'll level
380
out.
generic.
Then we'll get our airspeed up just a little bit. We're actually kind of going a little slow right now. And I forgot to do my pilot announcement. Once the ATC shuts up, I'll do it.
United 1888 have the traffic.
You weren't a big fan of the older flight sims.
Have the generic in sight.
Yeah, Dakey, 100%, my friend. I am the same way. I have always loved flight. I love flying in a plane, and I actually tried one flight lesson, realized that being a pilot, although I would love to do it, it wasn't necessarily for me. But once I saw Kung Fu Kangaroo stream this and asked him a bunch of questions about it, and then I got it, oh my gosh, yeah, it's a slight addiction. So I've got an instrument gauge right here in front of me that I still find myself looking at the gauge on the plane instead of the gauge that I paid so much money for right here in front of me. And I've got a yoke, I've got throttle controls, and then I've got the pedals as well. Hey, Tam the OG. Tam the OG is my daughter. Tam, will you shout some people out, please? And then I'll shout you out. Kung Fu Kangaroo is here. Kim is here. Tam the OG is my daughter. She's also a streamer, and I will shout her out as well once she gets done shouting everyone out. Tam, that sounds really, really good. Baked pesto chicken. Yummy.
Behind the box.
Kim,
hell is
you're
this?
so funny.
What?
Let's watch a short clip from the average Kim and the Kung Fu Kangaroo. She's killing turkeys.
This?
Tam, why are you shouting me
Super
out?
Turbo turkey.
I have a house ghost, yeah.
All right, here's Furu. That's pretty funny. I may or may not have done that to Tam the OG before.
All right, wait a minute. So, oops. Here are my, I had my sock cam up that whole time, didn't I? I forgot to turn it off. Okay, so here's my socks of the day.
7 miles west.
Oh, on the right foot, I have Christmas dog socks. Left foot, I've got black socks with multicolored diamond patterns on them. And those, my friends, are my socks of the day.
Oh, Tam, that sounds really delicious. That's all right. I was wondering why you were shouting me out, Tam. But that's perfectly fine. All right, and now for me to shout Tam the OG out. Again, Tam the OG is my one and only child.
Southwest 739er traffic is 1 o'clock 3 miles at flight level.
Tomos, dude. Tomos, I was just talking about you, friend. How are you, friend? Tomos, I have another German flight simmer in my channel right now, and I was telling them about you to be sure to check them out. For them to check you out, excuse me. But how are you? How are you? Good to see you. Welcome to this evening stream. What about your clip? Oh, Tam, I loved your clip. I loved your clip with the toasty cat. I'm sorry I talked over it, Tam. I'm sorry. I did. I talked over your best clip and I talked over it. I ruined it.
92 feet.
There we go. Thank you for chat. I was about to say, I hear Tomos. How do I hear Tomos?
For the Prime subscription. Welcome on board. Thank you so much. What an honor. And yeah, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat. Hello, hello. What an honor. We're just about to head into.
So I'm really excited for Tomos. Tomos, not only is he a really cool flight sim streamer, he's also a recording artist. I got his CD off of iTunes, and also Tomos is also sending me a signed copy of his CD. So I'm really excited. It's an awesome CD, y'all. It's really, really good. Oh my gosh, and the name is something Owl. I'm sorry, Tomos, I cannot think of the name of your band.
Generic 6 uniform, Victor, you are 5 miles northwest.
Hey, Percy, how are you, Percy? Good evening, good to see you. I hope you're doing well.
Cleared to JA, you are in.
Yeah. Rhetorical Owl, my goodness, thank you so much, Tomos. The old age is getting to me, but yeah, Rhetorical Owl. Be sure to check Rhetorical Owl out. Really cool chill music. Percy, I'm glad you're doing good. So good to see you. I hope you had a fantastic day. So anyways, Tomos, really kind. Thank you, Tomos, and we're working on another surprise that might happen with Tomos, but I'm not gonna spill the beans on that. But I hope that can get worked out because I'm pretty excited. Yes, I've been flying around a lot. So show us those socks. So Percy, I downloaded the 2.0, the Animal Crossing 2.0. I downloaded it yesterday, and let me show you my socks of the day. On the right foot, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm showing leg again. Good Lord. On the right foot, I've got my white, black, and red checkered socks on the right foot. Then on the left foot, I've got my black socks with, those are actually like American flag shirts with 4th of July fireworks on them too. So those are my socks of the day, everybody. But Percy, so I downloaded, oh, no problem, Tam. Thank you for jumping in. Enjoy your movie night with the family, baby. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow, I hope. So I downloaded the 2.0 of Animal Crossing, and I was gonna stream that tonight, but I am so hooked on this that I could not fly. And Tomos, to answer your first question, we're flying, right now we just passed over the Bonneville, the Salt Flats. So right there is the Bonneville Salt Flats in Salt Lake City, Utah, or right outside Salt Lake City, Utah. And then we're gonna be flying to Colorado, a little town called Meeker, Colorado. And then based on how much time we have left, I may do another leg. Oh, cool. Well, hello, Percy's husband. Welcome to the channel. How are you? Okay, so Thomas, I do not, so they're handing me off. Sorry about that. The flight, regional flights handed me off. So the socks, I do not make them myself. I buy them like this. But I do have some handmade socks that a gentleman in India sent over to a friend of mine here, and then he sold them for a fundraiser for this person in India, and they're made of wool. They're made of goat and lamb wool. And I do have some of those. I have worn them on stream, but they're extremely hot, and I don't like hot feet. Yes, Dakey, I do find myself studying more and more on correct pilotage and behavior. Yes, a lot. So another thing about me, Dakey, is in the United States, if you're going to fly a drone commercially, then you have to have what they call a remote pilot license. And so I have a drone services company. And so to get my remote pilot's certificate, I say license, but it's a certificate. So to get my remote pilot certificate, I had to learn a lot of these things, like reading the aeronautical charts and some of the same things that a private pilot's license person would need to know. So I know some of it, but the more I watch flight simmers and the more I fly aircraft, the more I realize that I don't know anything, or I don't know as much as I thought I did. And I'm man enough to say that I thought I knew it all, but I don't. So let me make sure I caught up with everybody in chat. I don't want to leave any questions unanswered or leave anyone behind. So yeah, I was also talking about Tomos's band Rhetorical Owl. Be sure to check them out on iTunes. You can go to iTunes and they'll let you listen to, you know, a few seconds of the music, see if you're interested in it. But trust me, you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. All right. Yeah, that's awesome, Dakey. That's really cool. Oh, Tomos, you know what it is? It's an actual green screen. So I kind of go back and forth between a green screen and then just my back wall with the bar lights that I have on it. But what I did last stream, before my stream, I spent a lot of time looking online for the interior of the Beechcraft G36 so that I could use it for my green screen. I mean, I spent a lot of time, and you have to be careful about copyright, because I didn't want to use something. Oh yeah, you gotta go, no problem, Percy. Thank you for being here, and thank you, Percy's husband, for jumping in. But yeah, I hope you jump in when I'm playing Animal Crossing. I have only downloaded it, and I have committed that I'm not gonna play it off stream, so that way the first time I play it on stream will be the first time that I actually see all the features. Yeah, so Thomas, what I did, I spent a lot of time trying to find something that I could use that wasn't copyrighted, and then I thought, why don't I just do this? And so I did this last stream and did a screenshot of it, and that's what it is. And so I'm using it with my green screen as a background. Let's see here. With their teachings, I have done a full circumnavigation on retro Bendix radios only, VOR, NDB, no GPS track. Oh wow, just paper. Dakey, that is awesome, Dakey. Oh, Gustavo, thank you again for being here. I appreciate that. And Percy, thank you. You guys have a great day or night. I think you are, I'm pretty sure you're pretty far ahead of me hour wise. So I hope you have a great day. Yeah, so Dakey, I have not gotten into the terminology. I am on VATSIM. I am on the VATSIM network, but I haven't used it yet just because I'm not confident enough yet. But I need to go ahead and jump in there and start on the VATSIM network. But it's just because I'm not comfortable enough with the terminology and stuff like that. Why do I keep doing this? Y'all, I've got gauges sitting right here in front of me that I paid good money for, and I still zoom in and look at my look at this. Oh, they have a new pilots program. See, I need to jump on there and do that. I really think I would enjoy that sim because it gives it another level of realism. It makes it even more real. All right, folks, so over here, this is Salt Lake. Let's see here. Salt Lake City is, yeah, so Salt Lake City, most people have heard of Salt Lake City, Utah in the United States. Salt Lake City is right over here. And then the Bonneville Salt Flats are right over here. Now the Bonneville Salt Flats, that's where a lot of people go. They hit land speed records. They do testing on experimental vehicles and stuff like that. It's actually a dried up lake bed. And then this is Salt Lake right here. So we're going to be flying just about directly over Salt Lake City on our way over to Colorado. A set of flights with increasing difficulty and procedures. See, I need to do that. And I've got a friend who's a ATC controller in VATSIM. He's a streamer. He used to be on Twitch, but he just switched over to another streaming platform. But yeah, Thomas, thank you for the compliment. I was really embarrassed that it took me that long to realize that's all I needed to do to get a Beechcraft interior where it looked like I was the pilot. Was just to do that. So thank you for saying it's a big head move or a 5-head move, but I was kind of embarrassed that it took me that long to figure it out. By the way, if you're just joining me, for those of you just joining me, for one, my sinuses are acting up tonight, so I kind of sound like I have a stopped up nose, and I do. The second thing is, welcome to my channel. I am doing a coast-to-coast flight tour of the United States. We're currently flying over Utah, Salt Lake City, on our way to Colorado. And then based on how much time I have left before I have to end the stream, we may continue our flight over to Denver. Mile High City in Denver will be our next stop. After landing in Meeker, we'll refuel, and then we may go ahead over to Denver, Colorado, Mile High City. We'll see how that goes. Nice view. Yeah, a guy named, I agree, man. It's on the way from the East Coast to the West Coast. I didn't really plan out any picturesque places, anywhere that was really nice. But from the West Coast back to the East Coast, I said, I think I'll plan some places that just look nice, some nice views. So here we are. Thank you for that. How are you doing, guy name? Good to see you. Talking about coast to coast, will you attend at Christmas the Cannonball Race Challenge from JFK to LAX in one sitting? I'm looking forward to this. Infos are on the MSFS forum if you like. Where's this forum located at, Tomos? If you will whisper me the link to that forum, Tomos, I will definitely check into it because I'm a school teacher, I do get 2 weeks off of work. So depending on the day and the time, I might have time and am definitely interested in that. That would be a lot of fun. That would be a lot of fun. Yeah, dude, I appreciate that, Thomas. Thank you so much. So currently we are just over 1/4 of the way through our flight from I can't remember. KENV Wendover, Utah to KEEO Meeker, Colorado. Both in the United States, of course. and we are currently about to be flying over Salt Lake in Utah. My other journey is a world record attempt from a young woman from Belgium, Zara Rutherford. I'm chasing her down in a plane with the same-ish specs in live time and weather, VFR conditions only. Oh wow, Dakey, dude, you're doing some really cool stuff. I can't wait to catch one of your streams. That's really amazing. Started in Belgium and British Columbia, Canada at the moment, waiting for better weather. Nice, nice, nice. Good stuff. I have met so many very kind and amazing people in the flight sim community. I've also met some jerks. I've been on a couple channels where I was pretty much shamed out of the channel for calling this a game and not a sim. I think it's okay, perfectly okay, to call this either one. I think it's perfectly fine to call it a game or a sim, and I'm sorry if you disagree with me, but that's cool if you do. But for the most part, everybody in the flight sim community has been just amazing. And I have thoroughly enjoyed learning so much from the people like Tomos, who have been a flight attendant or have been in the airline community for years and have been simming for years. That's a good point, Dakey. Really good point. I like that. Yes, they do. Okay, look at this down here. This is some sort of a racetrack. This is some sort of a racetrack facility right here. This looks like I don't know if that's a road course or if that's a motorcycle track, and then there's an oval track. And possibly, but I doubt it, a drag strip. That doesn't look like a drag strip to me. Yeah, definitely not a drag strip. Maybe a smaller, or I guess that's the stands. Very cool, very cool. Looks like some baseball fields too. All right, flying over a mountain range. I did not mean to hit that button. I think I just paused the game by accident. There we go, I did. Sorry about that. Did not mean to hit pause. I was trying to hit F12 to get a screenshot. I'm gonna get a screenshot of this as well and look up to see what motor park that is. I hit the wrong button again. Doing some fail moves here. So I'm not experienced enough to do any really, crazy flying or anything like that. I don't have a joystick to fly a helicopter. I do have a helicopter that I could fly, but I have found it extremely difficult to fly the copter with a yoke. My plans were to stop every stop I made to jump in a helicopter and do some sightseeing tours, and then I realized that there is a drone in the game, and so I used the drone to do sightseeing in the cities where there's something to see. It's probably time that I switch tanks. Yeah, so we've used about a quarter of our left tank. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to the right tank. just to keep things even. Oops, I did not mean to do that. There we go. Sheesh. Why don't I just... Oh, is it?
Departure SkyWest 5774 is passing 7,000 feet, climbing 10,000 feet.
Oh, look at you, Dakey. Thank you so much for looking that up. The Utah Motorsports Campus. It was called the Miller Motorsports Park until 2016. See, and I thought maybe I would have heard of one of those. I'm a big drag racing enthusiast, and I love the road course racing as well. But usually the road course racing is on a channel that I don't subscribe to, because all I have is Hulu and Amazon. So I don't subscribe to cable or satellite or anything like that.
2 Sierra Tango 13,900 feet.
Beechcraft November 9er 2 Sierra Tango Salt Lake approach altimeter 29.9.
NASCAR and American Le Mans was there. See, now I would love to watch American Le Mans. NASCAR, not so much. I'm not a big NASCAR fan. I never really have been a big NASCAR fan. I hope if you're a NASCAR fan, I apologize, but I'm not. Oh, Superbike would be cool. Those people that ride the Superbikes, that's some impressive stuff. I'm just looking at my gauge. I accidentally bumped my prop, my propeller pitch. So there we go, making a quick adjustment there. All right, we're about a third of the way done on this leg of the flight. About a third of the way. Still have a little ways to go. What I really like about Flight Sim is it gives me the opportunity, when I have it on autopilot, just to, number one, look around at things, but number two, actually get to spend some time looking at chat and actually talking with my audience, and I appreciate that, my followers. You're a GT3 and GTE fan. You live a few minutes away from the... Oh, you live... Oh my gosh, I am so jealous of you that you live close to the Nuremberg Ring. That's pretty awesome. This looks a lot like it would be a mine. It looks like they've been doing land, what do they call it? I was gonna say land mining, but that's strip mining. Looks like they've been doing strip mining right there. Oh, endurance races are your thing? See, and I like endurance racing. Any sort of racing I like, for the most part, except I'm just not a NASCAR fan. I really don't care much for NASCAR. Never have. Top on my list of racing would be drag racing. And I do like the 24-hour of Le Mans and stuff like that. It's really interesting stuff. And Furu, I can't say I've ever raced Nuremberg Ring on any of the racing games. I don't recall ever doing that, but I've seen, of course, cars being tested on the Nuremberg Ring on YouTube and car enthusiast channels. I am flying on live weather, yes. So hopefully, I think I am. You know what? Let me double check. and make sure. I should be on live weather. Oh, I'm not. My apologies. My apologies. I thought I was on live weather. Oh, live time, live weather. Oh, dang it. There. That's better. Sorry about that. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I didn't mean to hit live time, but that's fine too. We may actually see some nice sunset views because it's coming up on sunset here. Oh yeah, you just noticed Ting Ting? I just added Ting Ting. So I got an email that follower emotes were open for me. And those, believe it or not, Kim, those were the first emotes that I did before I met any artists or anything. I thought I would do that's a good thought, Dakey. I hadn't thought of that. I thought I would do emotes of Ting Ting. So that's actually a picture that I took of my dog, and then there we go. Thank you. I took a picture of Ting Ting from head on, and then I did some adjusting in the Photoshop, and those were the emotes. And then I said, these really look crappy compared to a lot of other streamers' emotes. And then I got an artist to actually do mine. Wow, there's even a difference in the way it sounds outside the plane with the wind. I guess I'm hearing the wind rushing over the mountains. That's crazy because I thought it was a siren to begin with. I mean, I can hear the wind turbulence. Wow, what a difference that made going to live weather. Thank you so much. Also, I do need to get rid of the markers for the airports. That's something else I want to get rid of. So when I take pictures, those aren't in them. Live weather is both a blessing and a curse in this sim. I can see that. I can see that. But I'm glad that I switched to it though, because I want things to be as real as possible when I'm flight simming. My goodness, look at the turbulence we're getting. Just making sure everything is still set, because wow, this thing, dang, look at the turbulence. Holy crap.
Yeah, passengers, this is your pilot, Scruffy Tam speaking. We are currently flying over a mountain range, and we're experiencing significant turbulence. So I ask that you please stay seated and with your seatbelt fastened. The seatbelt fasten sign is back on. I've turned the light back on. Please stay seated And I've also asked that our flight attendants stay seated at this time as well. So once we get over this mountain range and the turbulence goes away, then we'll send the flight attendants back out with light refreshments for you. Other than that, things are looking good. We have clear skies ahead. Just experiencing some turbulence as we fly over the mountain range. Be safe, and I'll be back with you momentarily.
All right, sorry about that. I just realized I had done no pilot announcements whatsoever, and that's something I used to do a lot of, and I've just kind of been forgetting about it. How much wind do I have up there? I need to hang on a minute. Okay, so my gauge in front of me doesn't show me. Let me. I don't remember. How do I get it pulled up on here? Oh, thank you, Tomos. I really struggle sometimes. PDF opt. Thank you. Oh yeah, there we go. Wind, and then option 2 or option 3. So we're getting 32 knots. Tailwind.
2 Sierra Tango, 14,100 feet. Beechcraft November 902 Sierra Tango, Salt Lake, approach altimeter 30.
Thank you for that. I appreciate you reminding me how to look at that. Yes, it does. The good news is it's a tailwind, so we should be able to go significantly faster. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, bouncing me around a lot. I love it. I love sunsets and sunrises, and it's really awesome looking how the sun reflects off the plane. I could add a little bit of clouds to the sky just to really make the sunset pop, but I think I'm just gonna let it, let it be natural. It's pretty crazy. I can actually hear the wind. So to turn off the airport notifications, the airport markers, do I need to exit out and go into settings to get rid of these, or is there something up here I can hit? Navlog, objectives, travel to VFR map. Is it right here maybe? Custom toolbar?
Salt Lake Center, Beechcraft, November 902 Sierra Tango, 14,000 feet. Beechcraft, November 902 Sierra Tango, Salt Lake Center, altimeter 30.11 continuous plan.
Yeah, the POIs. You don't have to go to the main menu, but it's in the menu when you press escape. Okay, so let me do that. And is it under assistance options? But yeah, it's the point of interest, the POIs. There we go. Yep. So it would be hard then, right? I need to go to hard POIs. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Yeah, so now airport markers are off. Good. Okay, that's what I was wanting. I didn't realize I could open that menu, but yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So I realize it will make it a little bit harder for me when looking for the airport, the destinations that I'll be going to, but that's a handicap that's a handicap that I have given myself that I'm now going to take away, and it's just part of learning as a pilot. Because in real life, if I was flying this aircraft, there wouldn't be a really tall pole with a circle on top with the name of the airport, you know. So it's something I need to take that crutch away and learn without it. When you were flying over Columbia, you crossed the mountain ridge, and as I did, the weather updated. Was entering a downdraft with 45 knot winds out of nowhere. Holy crap. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty significant when you're doing, I mean, the wind is half of what I'm flying right now, or a little bit less than half. So I'm at 123 knots, and the wind is blowing at 33 knots. So it's calmed down a little bit now that I've kind of crossed over the mountain range. So it's 1/3 of my flight speed, maybe 1/4, I guess. Yeah, Dakey, no doubt. Thankful that you were simming right and not in real life when that happened. But look at my aircraft. It's going nuts. It must be some really high wind gusts as well. The wind must be gusting pretty good. That's a nice picture right there. Oh, really? You think it's over the safety limit?
135.775, Alaska 69 or 7.
You know what? I think it may be on my checklist here. Safety procedures and stuff. Let me take a look really quick and see if I have that data. That's right. We can do anything in sim. Well, up to a point, of course. Let's see here. Cruise climb, normal take. Okay, so here's specs. Maximum demonstrated crosswind is 17 knots for crosswind.
SkyWest 4314, contact Salt Lake Center on 127.7. Good day.
So I'm not seeing anything specifically on this.
127.7 SkyWest 4314.
Okay, Thomas is slowly going to go to bed. It's 1 a.m. over here. Wish you a very pleasant flight and stream. Hope to see you soon. Take care. Thomas, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate your streams, all the information you give. And I say to you, night night, night night. I don't have a recording of it, but I can do this.
Night night, night night, night night.
There. Thank you, friend. I truly appreciate you. Have a good evening. I will see you soon, friend. Cheers. Tomos is an amazing streamer. Again, very, very worth the follow. All right, we have the sun setting on over the mountains very soon, and I may roll back the time once that happens. We will see. The 17 crosswind, 32 is over the limit unless you take off, fly, and land with the tailwind. The landing with the tailwind is a no-go. Of course it is, yeah. Oh, that's true. That's true. So when I go into the crosswind, then yeah, I would break the aircraft. A very good point. So then what is, y'all hang on just a minute. My wife is hollering at me. I'll be right back. Give me just 1 minute. All right, y'all give me just 1 minute. I'm gonna go ahead and take a break, take a quick bathroom break and refill my water since I just finished it. I'll be back in 3 to 5 minutes. Thank y'all. Hang tight. I am gonna leave it on pause as well so we don't crash or anything while I'm gone. Be right back.
You and me together, we could be anything, anything.
All right, I am back. Sorry it took a little bit longer than what I had anticipated. Wife was looking at some clothes. She wanted to make sure the website she was looking at looks like a reputable place. So I checked it, helped her order them, went and refilled my water, got rid of some water, and I'm back. All right, I do need to change my heading just a little bit. This wind, it seems to have blown me off course just a little bit. Oh, thank you, Dakey. I appreciate the welcome back. So I'm gonna change my heading just a little bit. I'll tell you what, before I do that, yeah, okay. I wanted to make sure that doing so was gonna help me line up the runway a little bit better, and it is. So we're gonna go, let's go with 92 degrees and see what that looks like. So the airport we're gonna be, that's gonna be the final destination for this leg of the flight is Meeker in Colorado. And I'm gonna land on runway 3. So although my heading shows me, you know, going this way, I need to go south of that line to be, you know, to be lined up to get in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and change my heading just a little bit so that I can swing down and then land. So that's what I was doing there. It's getting a little bit darker than what I like it to outside in the game right now. I'm not a good night flyer. Besides, oh, I love this shot. Give me just 1 minute before those sun rays go away. There. Besides, flying at night, especially when streaming, isn't ideal because when you're in an area like this, when there's not a whole lot of population, there's no lights or anything. I found a handbook for Bonanza G36 500. Holy moly. Actually, you can try it, but my bot's probably gonna block it. If you will, whisper it to me though. That would be good. I appreciate that, Dakey. Because this is the aircraft that I fly most. I was flying Cessnas, but the Cessna Grand Caravan was the last Cessna that I flew, and it kept on breaking on me. It's not a real versatile aircraft, I guess you could say. This one seems to handle really well, as we have observed in this stream, right? Yeah, the bot is sleepy. So it won't let me, even if though you post it, it still won't let me see it. So all I see is what you see, which is asterisk. So it even blocks me from clicking on it just in case, you know, it's a virus or something. So if you would just whisper that to me, I would truly appreciate that. And yeah, I will check that out. I probably won't study all 553 pages worth, but good information there. Thank you. So the C208, what's a C208? What kind of aircraft is that? I really like this shot too, y'all, and I'm gonna have to back up the sunset again a little bit. The sun's about to set again on me. I don't want that to happen. There we go. We'll go with this. Go back inside the cockpit for now. So what aircraft is the C08, Dakey? I'm still really new to this, and I know the Cessna, you know, the 152 2, the 172, the Grand Caravan, and this one, but I'm still really learning all the other ones.
Delta 2608, contact Salt Lake Center on 125.575. Good day.
Look out the passenger window really quick. Oh, it says the Caravan. Okay, I'm sorry. That was I should have known that, right? Because that's what I used to fly. The problem that I was having with it, and it's a pilot, it's totally pilot error, no doubt. Oh, thank you, Dakey. I really do appreciate that. The issue that I was having with the Caravan was it's very, very sensitive to how fast you're going, which I guess most aircraft are. But I found myself on more than one occasion going too fast, and the aircraft just broke apart. Now, and again, I mean, it's totally my fault. But I just found myself in situations where I was going too fast and the aircraft broke apart when I wasn't really, I didn't think I was stressing the airframe that much.
Salt Lake Center, American 1434 is passing flight level 360.
Let's see what the winds are doing now. Winds are still 32 knots. Yeah, that's kind of what happened. That's kind of what happened, Dickie. I was flying full throttle.
Going to 125.575 Beechcraft 2 Sierra Tango. Salt Lake Center Beechcraft November Niner 2 Sierra Tango 14,800 feet.
Beechcraft November Niner 2 Sierra Tango, Salt Lake Center, altimeter 30.11 continue as planned.
All right, so we're good. I just got handed off, and I totally missed it because I'm a horrible calm person. Reduce the RPM to 1850 and the prop speed 2 clicks down. You'll like it a whole lot more. Okay. I have really gotten familiar with this aircraft. The only tricky thing for me on this one is the landing gear. It's something that I'm not familiar, with having to do. So I find myself forgetting to lower the landing gear until right at the last minute. And then I take my eyes off the runway to lower the landing gear, and it puts me off center from landing, and my landings are horrible anyways. Okay, I'm a horrible lander, but having to take my eyes off the runway to adjust the landing gear makes it a little bit worse. All right, let me look at my Bonanza checklist here. Cruising time, cruise, throttle. Okay, so I'm supposed to switch the fuel every 30 minutes. Didn't realize that. You learned this sim in the C208. Took her from Vancouver to Chargoul, Peru as your first go in this sim. Wow, 17 legs of hand flying. Learned a lot during that journey. Yeah, so I learned a lot with the 152, 172, and the Grand Caravan too. I learned a lot in it. But then I broke the Grand Caravan. Oh my goodness. 3 or 4 times in a row, and a viewer suggested that I try this one. And like I said, I've kind of become somewhat accustomed to it. So this is my go-to for now. So I need to check my my fuel levels again. Okay, so I'm still good with being on the one I'm on now. Okay, so I will continue. I'll continue using fuel out of this out of the same tank that I've been using now for a little ways. It will teach you or get you spread out over the runway. But even with the Cessnas, my landings were really bad. So one of the issues that I have is I come in too high and too fast to airports, to the runways, and it's something I just have to work through, you know, myself. I've just got to learn to not do that. But so having this checklist really helps me a lot, because it tells me visual approach and landing, you know, once I get to 8 to 7 nautical miles away, reduce the speed to 110 knots, and then for each leg of the approach what to do. And so that helps me to know, you know, kind of how high off the ground to be at what distance away from the runway. And that's something I really didn't know to begin with. So it's helped. It's helped. We're almost 2/3 of the way done with this flight. This was quite a long flight that we were doing this evening. Once we land, I'll probably have time to do another leg, so we'll fly from Meeker to Denver International Airport, also known as Mile High, the Mile High Airport. Yeah, don't dive when you're not at the correct speeds for flaps and gear, or you'll never slow down and hurt the runway. Yeah, so I have hurt, I've hurt many runways and my landing gear. I'm sure that my mechanic loves to see me coming in because my landing gear is going to be damaged. But yeah, so I've got a lot to learn with that. And with me being such a new, you know, flight simmer too, I'm learning. Sometimes I learn the hard way. Check out the external view here. Still got a good little ways before the sun sets, so I'm glad to see that. I rolled it back enough, I think. Of course you may. Of course you may. Please. Please, please. That's another thing about me. A lot of streamers don't like self-promotion. Like, you know, don't like other streamers coming in and saying, hey, I'm a streamer. I don't mind it. The only time that it really bothers me is when someone's just obnoxious about it. You know, like, hey, I'm a streamer, come see me. Hey, I'm fixing a stream. Hey, will you come visit my stream? Will you raid me? You know, when someone keeps going on and on and on about it, it's a different story. But I don't mind people self-promo, or, you know, giving me suggestions of people to check out that will help me. So no, please do. Oh, okay, so what happens is my bot looks for dots. It looks for periods. So rather than put a period, just do a space. So, like, in other words, if you were gonna tell someone to come check me out, put in Scruffy Tam and then space Twitch or whatever. So put in a space where you would put in a dot, or just type their name out, and I'll write their name down and check them out. You can do that instead of posting a link. Oh, Foreigner learn to fly. Cool, thank you. Foreigner learn to fly. I have never heard of them before. Or search Twitch. That's what I'll do. That's what I'm gonna do. In fact, I'm gonna do it right now on mobile. Search Foreigner learn to fly. There they are. And I just followed them, so thank you for that. Thank you for that. I just gave them a follow, so that way next time they're on, I can jump on their channel. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. But yeah, I do that because there are so many bots that will come onto your channel and post links that are not friendly in nature, and I don't want any kids or anyone on my channel to accidentally click a link that may take them to something that they shouldn't see, if you know what I mean. Oh, so he's a Georgia pilot? Nice, that's awesome. So GA, does that mean he's from Georgia? Like in, oh, okay, no. Oh, general aviation. I'm sorry. GA, yeah, I was thinking that was Georgia, but yeah, general aviation. Gotcha. That's really cool, Dakey. Thank you so much for that suggestion. I appreciate that. And Georgia is the state next to the one I live in, so I was thinking, well, hey, we might live close to each other. But okay, so he's from Toronto, Canada. Moose country. Moose. Gotcha. Thank you.
Southwest tree 222, contact Salt Lake Center.
Sorry about that.
133.9. Good day.
Just changing my heading just a touch more, just to get me lined up a little bit better with that runway. I think at this point, I'm comfortable not having the airport markers in the game, but I still lean pretty heavily on my little nav map to know where I am at in relation to the airport. One day I might be good with not using something like this and do true VFR. But for now, you learned almost all the basics from their streams. Wow, that's awesome. And so since they're from Toronto, Canada, then we'll be close to the same time zone. I don't know if Toronto's Eastern Standard Time, but regardless, we'll be close to the same. Let's see you fly retro and can't use a GPS track. Gotcha. I love little nav map. The Kung Fu Kangaroo is who introduced me to little nav map. He does switch times to suit as many people as he can. Oh, wow. How awesome. How awesome is that they do that? That's pretty cool. You are European and you can spend time in his chat regularly. Awesome. That is good to know. All right, and we are about, I don't know, probably 80 miles out of our final destination. I may go ahead and start a very, very slow descent. I should be good. Descending kind of slow. Still going to use autopilot, but I'll just do a really slow descent here. Actually, you know what? I may drop it one more 100. There we go, 300 feet per minute. Should be good to start with. Did I download the G1000 NXM? Oh gosh, Kung Fu, I have no idea. What is that? Dude, I have no freaking clue. Oh, is that the Garmin 1000? You know, I'm not sure if I did. I did realize the other day that there was a lot of downloadable free content that I had not downloaded. Okay, so I guess I did, because I went and I downloaded everything that showed free. I downloaded it. So I guess I did. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I guess I did. I didn't realize that. I just kind of went, I looked in the store and I clicked on free, and anything that was free I just downloaded, and it was another like 50 gigabytes, I think, of free stuff that I didn't have. I went ahead and got. So is that why I feel like such an idiot now? But that's why it's showing my my head in the heading right here, because I noticed that had changed. And there's a little more detail on the map than when there used to be. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So see, I'm such a noob. I downloaded it, didn't realize it, was wondering why it changed. It has more options now. Okay. Dakey, have you ever flown X-Plane? Or Furu, have you ever flown X-Plane? Also more bugs, no doubt. No X-Plane for you, gotcha. X-Plane looks like it's a lot more realistic and detailed than Microsoft Flight Sim. And it's not that I'll get it. I mean, I may, like years from now, if I continue simming, I may go to it, but from what I saw, if it gets buggy, I might want to uninstall the okay, the nav. Gotcha. Thank you for that. But so far, I haven't noticed any issues with it. No, explain. You come from the L2 Stormberg series, World War II Warbird Simulator. Started with those some 15 years ago. Oh wow. See, I had heard of Flight Sim, but I had no idea it was this freaking cool, or I would have done this years ago. Oh, that's okay. No, that's cool, Furu. I was watching a streamer today, and he was streaming Microsoft Flight Sim, but he also had X-Plane, and he was showing some of the features of it. And X-Plane looks like it's much more realistic than Flight Sim is, than Microsoft Flight Sim is. He was showing that, like on an airliner, you could tell like you could tell how many seats passengers had booked or whatever, and it showed you passenger placement and so much more interactive. Yes, Microsoft Flight Sim is a tad more gamey. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. But it looks like you would really need to know a whole lot more about flying an aircraft in X-Plane than you would here. Oh, really? See, I didn't realize that. And this is such a, I don't know. It's such a weird thing how, and we talked about the debate between calling this a game or a sim, and how some people were so snobbish about, you know, it's not a game, it's a sim, and how it really doesn't matter what you call it. It's still freaking awesome. And now to hear that there's some animosity from X-Planers too. I mean, really, are we gonna be that petty? I mean, why can't we all just be flight simmers and enjoy it instead of like, oh, you use, you know, whatever. But anyways, for the most part, I have really enjoyed the entire flight sim community as a whole. Hey, some people enjoy Goat Simulator. You're not judging. Yeah, no doubt. Dakey, a lot of real pilots are having some ego, comes with the territory, and on top of the amount of money they have invested in that. Yeah, no doubt, Dakey. I totally get it. It's the same. It's kind of funny because we get the same stuff in the drone world. So there are, of course, pages on Facebook that are commercial drone pages that I'm a member of. And then you'll get someone that's a commercial pilot or just a private pilot license holder. And they'll talk about how, you know, you drone guys aren't real pilots and all this crap. I mean, and I get it. They do have a lot of money invested, and some drone pilots are taking some money away from some of those guys. But still, I mean, really? Right. Yeah, I don't either. All right, let's see here.
Beechcraft 2 Sierra Tango, contact Denver Center on 134.5. Good day.
134.5 Beechcraft 2 Sierra Tango.
So this
Denver Center,
airport.
Beechcraft November Niner 2 Sierra Tango, 12,900 feet.
Beechcraft November 9er 2
I'm gonna let
Sierra Tango,
ATC do its thing really quick.
9er, continuous planned.
So this airport that we're flying into is at almost 6,400 feet above sea level. I'm at 12,000, so I don't need to go too far down. Yeah, I'm a real goat farmer, unlike you goat simmers. It's just, I just find the whole thing really humorous. Like I got, the other day I was watching some people playing Mechanic Simulator because that's my background. I worked on vehicles for 14 years of my life. And then I was a service manager. I ran a shop at a new car dealership for 14 years. So I know a lot about car mechanics. So I downloaded Car Mechanic Simulator. And I can just imagine now someone saying, you know, Well, I'm a real mechanic. This is just a game. Okay. I don't know. I just kind of think it's funny. All right, let's get in contact with Meeker. Oh, good. It's going to let me select a runway. I love when it lets me select runways. So I'm going to fly into runway 3. Which will kind of be just a fly straight in.
Oscar, traffic Beechcraft, November 9er, 2 Sierra Tango 5, 4 miles west, 12,200 feet inbound to land, runway tree.
Watched a few streams on that game and they were real mechanics going all snobby on how one should play that game. Yes, had a good, I mean, it's just stupid that people would get upset about real life versus a mechanic simulator. Really? But yeah, one day I may stream that. I have not played it. I've got it because it was on sale, but I have not played it. Just goes to show you, people will find anything to argue about. All right, I'm gonna put my checklist kind of close by here where I can see it a little bit better. There we go. There's one that I really like watching too is hey Swan, how are you? Stop having a good time and enjoying yourself. Play like I want you to play, darn it. Yeah, exactly. That's right, Kung Fu Kangaroo. Swan, I hope you're doing well. Good to see you, friend. Are you and the husband on any camping excursions this weekend? Any camping trips? I had a hike scheduled for yesterday. Had a hike scheduled for tomorrow, but it looks like it's gonna rain where we were planning on going, so I don't think, if they still go, I don't think I'm gonna be a part of it. I'm doing really good, Swan. Really, really good. Psychology of the masses. When people get hung up in life or can't ventilate, it'll find a way to come out. And what's better than the internet for that when you can hide behind the keyboard. Yep. But yeah, Swan, I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much. Not camping, playing. Oh my gosh, Swan. So I debated with myself about whether I was gonna do Animal Crossing tonight or if I was gonna do Flight Sim. And you see which one out, but it was close. But wow, yeah, Twitch is like right now really saturated with a bunch of people playing Animal Crossing again. I did download the update. I saw on Twitter Wednesday someone had posted that they dropped the update a day early. So yesterday morning, as soon as I got up, I checked, and sure enough, the download was available for me. So I went ahead and downloaded it, but I have not done anything with it because I am going to stream it at some point, I've decided, and I want to be able to stream it and enjoy the freshness of it with my community rather than me already have seen everything and, you know, you guys not enjoying the excitement of me seeing everything new. Oh, did you? Oh, so you bought the DLC? See, I'm probably going to do that as well. Almost 2 a.m. Oh my gosh. Hey, Dakey, thank you so much for all the help. Thank you for the whisper and the telling me of that other streamer that helps others. I appreciate it. Nice meeting you. Thank you for the follow. sleep well, my friend, and I hope to see you soon in one of your streams, and I hope to see you soon again in one of mine. You know what I could do though, y'all? I could, after I land at this next airport, I could always switch to Animal Crossing. I'll have to think about that. I may end up doing that because our next flight is kind of a short one. That gives me something to think about. So we're fixing to land in Meeker, Colorado, and then we'll have our next flight will be kind of short to Denver, and then the next one's really short to what I think is, no, it was supposed to be Colorado Springs. I'm pretty sure was my next one from after that. But anyways, we'll see. I may go ahead and stream Animal Crossing after this. Yeah. I don't want to speed run it. No doubt. I don't want to speed run it. I'm just gonna, I just want to enjoy it. Like, I know that everything on my island is overgrown, so I have a lot of just cleanup work to do. And then as I get points for doing things, then I'll spend them on the new updated stuff. But no, I don't want to speed run it. I understand where you're coming from, Swan. And that's another reason why I haven't streamed it. And another of the reasons that I did not, oh my gosh. Another of the reasons that I decided not to stream it tonight is I didn't know what kind of audience I would have because people would not want spoilers. That was really difficult for me to say, wasn't it? More difficult than it needed to be, I'll put it that way. All right, so our airport should be coming up over this direction. Lots of time. Oh my gosh, Swan, I have so many weeds. Yeah, I've got lots of tidying to do. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take manual control. Oh, thank you. You mean of the flights? I appreciate that, Swan. Thank you. I've taken some this evening as of this evening's stream as well that I plan on editing and putting up there. But thank you, I appreciate that. I need to use Instagram more than what I do for my streaming stuff. In fact, I need to use all my socials a whole lot better than what I do. The media of socials. So at 10,000 feet, I wonder. Yeah, so today at work, I put a winch. Well, earlier in the week, I put a new front bumper on my Jeep. And then today I put a winch on the front of it and I videoed it. So I've got to edit that video that I'm going to post it on my YouTube channel, which is just kind of weird because I've got some streaming stuff on my YouTube channel. And then all of a sudden here's going to be this how to install a winch from the shop at school video that a streamer is going to have posted. But I didn't want to start a whole new YouTube channel because I don't plan on being an off-road Jeeper, streamer or anything like that. Instagram is what you go to the most. Yeah, I see you post a lot of stuff on Instagram. Facebook is my main thing, but I don't have a streamer Facebook page. 2,300. What did you do, Swan? What'd you have to do for $2,300? Holy crap. So 97, there was probably a lot of stuff it needed, wasn't it? And I kind of struggle on where to put like my Jeep pictures, because the only two Instagram pages I don't have a quote unquote personal Instagram page. I've got my streamer Instagram page, and then I've got my business Instagram page. Steering column pin, tires, adjustment, not the head gasket, but some other gasket, oil change, shocks, brakes. Wow. So was your steering, so you probably have tilt steering, and the tilt would just kind of flop around? Is that why you had to put the pin in? And it was probably, I don't know what engines those have in them. Maybe it was the intake manifold gasket. I'm just now learning about Jeeps. But I spent a good nice little investment on that front bumper and winch. That was it was not cheap, but it's cool. I can't wait to edit the video. I'm probably going to do that tomorrow. Steering wheel didn't turn all the way. It did not turn the way it should, and manifold sounds about right. Okay, gotcha. So I'm not sure what the steering column pin is. But yeah, probably the intake manifold. If it's not a head gasket, that's the probably the next thing. Oh, your child let it sit for too long. It happens. So wait a minute now, does your child have another car that they drive too? Because my daughter, Tam the OG, she never let her car sit. Like, she put the miles on that thing. She stayed in the road. So is it that they have another vehicle and they were just kind of, didn't drive the Cherokee that much? Oh, he doesn't. He's using his girlfriend. Okay, gotcha. So he's probably, if he's like Tam was, like Tam the OG was, he's on the road, just not in his vehicle. I'm with you. Because Tam the OG, man, she would burn that road up. Always going somewhere. We're getting close enough. It's almost time to reduce speed. I'm just trying to the runway is going to be over this direction from where we're at. But I'm trying to get lined up with the runway, and then I'll reduce. So see, I'm gonna try to get lined up to about right here, and then I'll swing in that direction and start my landing procedure. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, because I was gonna say if he's anything like most kids, he's got to burn the road up in something. So yeah, I mean that makes perfect sense that he's yeah. So this is a so far, Swan, we ran into a lot of turbulence earlier. So far it's a calm flight, but we haven't landed yet, so there's that. We'll see. Hopefully it'll be a calm landing too. No crashes yet though, so that's a good thing. We'll take that. All right, it's about time to bring my engine speed down. Oh crap, there we go. I was not paying any attention to the plane. I was looking at my gauges. Turned way too hard. Rein it back in. Golden Sunshine, hey. Golden Sunshine is still hanging in there. You've been lurking, been quiet, but I appreciate it. Appreciate you being here. All right, we're gonna go ahead and bring our speed on down. So right after I cross over this hill, I do need to start a descent. Rather quick descent. I still need to bring my airspeed on down a little bit. All right, we're gonna go flaps. Let me put my landing gear down really quick. Landing gear. Come on, landing gear. Dang it. There. Okay. Oh, good golly. And there's the runway. Y'all, this is gonna be another freaking shoot. I'm coming in way too hot and way too high. All right. Doing okay. Again, I would have loved to have would love to have been a little bit lower. Crap, we're gonna miss the runway. Dang it. Dang it. Oh well. I stalled. Yeah, I stalled. Okay, well, that's my fault. I totally went a little bit too slow. Landings are so hard for me, and I hate that. I really do hate that for my viewers that I crash so much when I'm coming in for a landing. But I'm getting better at it, knowing what to do. I've got a checklist that I use, so I'm getting better. I'm getting better at knowing what